So this video is about how a friend of mine and I decided to do the flip. Actually, it's his flip, but I'm helping him how to do it. I will give you guys a tip how you can save on your repairs. As I promised, I'm giving you a tip here. Now this property, we got it on the market and it was priced way below the market back when we got it. Now we got it for $570,000 and average market price for that time was somewhere around 700, maybe 750. Now there are a couple of reasons we got it below the market, and I'll tell you how we got it below the market and why we got it below the market. Now, first of all, it was a corner house. Second of all, it was a hoarder house. And third of all, the neighborhood was a little, not the best one. It was on the market for a while when we saw it. So the buyer was a friend of mine. He was looking for the cheaper property, and most of the properties were cheap, either were ruined. Obviously, most of them were like a horrible neighborhood. But so it was sitting on the market for about a little more than 1 month, and we decided to make the offer. Now, remember, back in the time, and I'm talking about a year and a half ago, the people were overbidding each other. Like the house would list for 800, and people would, end up buying it for 920,000. So we were kind of, scared that this house would go away. But it's been on the market for 1 month. Now we offered, I think the seller was asking somewhere around 560. We offered 570, and we ended up getting it on somewhere around 565, or I believe it was 570. So we got the house. Now the main job starts after we get that kind of house. One of the biggest issues we had to solve was a backyard. And since my friend lives in Emirates, he left, I had to deal with a backyard, and backyard was crazy, guys. There was a ship, there was a boat, there was a car, and there was an RV in the backyard, and all of them were destructed, non-usable. Could you just imagine how crazy is that? And there was a homeless guy living in the backyard too. Thank God he was a nice guy. We could, somehow agree with him that he would move out. But he was, spending time. I would not say he was living there, but he was kind of protecting the property. But overall, that was crazy. First of all, I tried to sell them. Obviously, no one wanted to buy. RV was just trash. We ended up asking someone to come and take it out. The car, we ended up selling it. I think I sold it for 150 or something like that, because it was Volkswagen Bug. Lots of people love to collect that car. And then there was a boat, which I think I also ended up selling that boat for, actually I gave it for free. And there was like a tree that was grown inside of the boat, so the guy who came to take the boat, he had to cut the tree. It was crazy, this experience. It took me about a month or two to get rid of everything, and then I had our lawnmowers coming and cleaning the backyard, which was another crazy story. It took them about, I think, 2 weeks to clean everything in the backyard. So the plan was to make repairs. It was just the initial plan. Obviously the kitchen wasn't closed. There was a wall between the kitchen and the living room, and both were small. So obviously the first thing we did, we removed the wall, left the column there, like the wall was a flat, and there was some kind of column holding that roof so that it would not collapse. And other things that we made was pretty much cosmetic, probably just new countertops for the kitchen, and it looked crazy, guys. I will have to share the video about it. And
thank you for watching, and I would like to mention that this video is sponsored by my company. We help landlords to maximize their rental income. Normally, we take the property, say it's been rented for $3,000. We'll help landlord to make about $5,000 and charge about 10% from the profits. This is what we do. If you guys interested, if you're a landlord and looking for that company that could help you with getting more rent, just letting you guys know, I'm also a realtor in California. Any part of California you're looking for real estate, property for yourself, to live with a family, or for investment, I'm your guy. Feel free to hit me up in the DM.
Another problem was that I wanted to make a little kitchen island there, but obviously since the kitchen was small, there was not room to maneuver. So, and the previous gas stove, it was in the middle of the kitchen. So what we did, we just left the gas stove in the middle of the kitchen, and everything else we built around it. Now, as in this project, I think all other projects, you have to have the one main rule: timing and the price, you guys. Personally, I would go to buy the flip not in the summer months, not in the high market. You have to buy the flip in the low market so that you could price in your profit. As I said, there was like several reasons why it was priced low, but 100% I'm sure if it would be sold, we got it in February, if it would be summer months, it would definitely go for the higher price. Now, only mistake we did there was that the neighborhood was really one of the lowest neighborhood you could get that property, and that's the main hurdle right now for us. Whenever we want to try to sell it, first thing people pay attention is the neighborhood, and it's not really nice. But still, it's a profitable house. We managed to rent it on as a midterm and a short-term rental, and it still cash flows. Now overall repairs were somewhere around, I want to say 50,000 less. Actually it was much less than 50,000, but again it was mostly cosmetic. If you want to get the cheapest contractor in the market, just go and hire the guys by the hour that work by the day or by the hour. This way you will save tons of money, guys. So the plan was just to repair it, do the BRRRR method, you know, rehab, refinance, and go for the next one. But then the buyer changed his mind, a friend of mine, so he decided to just, you know, not to get the loan, have it rented out. After a certain time of period, he needed money and he had to get a hard money loan. Now he wants to sell it and flip it and get for much better property, which I think will be successful in. Make sure to watch till the end and I will show you the walkthrough from that house I'm talking about. Even after a hard money loan, it's still cash flow positive. The loan that he got is somewhere around 3,000 bucks a month, and the house cash flows obviously higher than that. So the plan is to sell and make the 1031 exchange. If you guys don't know what the 1031 exchange, you are missing out big time. So 1031 exchange is when you sell one property and buy another and you don't pay taxes. How crazy is that? Now the problem is everybody can be a realtor. It's not really hard to become a realtor. It got a little harder. It used to be, I've heard, much less hard, much easier, less hard than me, much easier. But now it's got harder because, you know, probably just people saw that all the weirdos, all kind of people are becoming realtors. Probably not the best fits for the realtors. Weird people, you know, people who don't really speak the language, people who are having a hard time socializing. So they decided to just pump up the bar and add more exams. In California, I wouldn't say that it's easy right now to become a realtor, but technically still some people who are acting very weird become realtors from time to time. Literally, I've seen the guys who had a hard time explaining what they want to say. Now we got the two offers. One of them backed out immediately with no reason. Second one stopped answering the calls. How weird is that, right? Now I was talking to my friends, and personally I think the market in the United States is still a little shaky. We have an election year. The rates are still high, and I don't think that they would go down sooner than probably elections, or maybe 1 month before elections or something like that. So people are kind of iffy when buying the properties. Obviously I have a plan B if it would not sell, which I think it will sell, but average pricing time, average selling time for the property in Southern California right now is about a month. So if it would not sell after 1 month, my plan is just to get a co-listing agent who has probably just been in the market for 20-30 years, and they already, I've heard lots of agents that have already their own buyers. So the plan B is just to co-list with one of those agents and have property sold to one of their buyers. I do open houses, but I don't know, like I don't see that open house being a big deal anymore in the market, because, you know, Zillow and Redfin, most of the buyers are coming from Zillow, Redfin anyways. Definitely, if you are watching this video and thinking, hey, I don't need a realtor to sell, it's a big mistake, guys. I tried to sell my own property before I became a realtor. It's a total headache. Will it sell? I think it will sell. It will just take time. Should you do a flip, even if you would do one, I would be definitely very careful, guys, because you really have to know what you're doing. Otherwise, there's a high chance that you will lose money. And I think I will make another video with you guys sharing my thoughts after 1 month or after we'll sell it. Alright, well, so today we have an open house in one of the properties I listed in Atlanta. The address is 1917 Civic Center. It's located on Civic Center Street, obviously. Little small backyard here, nothing special. Friendly neighborhood. So this house, it was remodeled. I will share with you guys before and after pictures. I will not close the door. This is a living room that was connected with a kitchen, as you can see. The owner wanted to do unique design, so he left the stove here because the original stove was here. There was like a wall here disconnecting the kitchen. It was pretty much a hoarder house when we got it. So let me show you the bathroom. So this is a bathroom. This is the first room, second room, and of course the third room. The third room is like the biggest room. This is a huge room. Nothing special, very, you know, simple stuff. As you can see, the huge backyard. The thing with this house is that the backyard actually has a lot of potential. So it can, that side, it has a little yard there owned by the city, is actually also for sale. And you can easily build another ADU here, or maybe even a second house in the backyard. This will be a great house for the house hacking. If you want to live in one and rent the other one. The kitchen was remodeled, so this is a washer dryer here. Countertop, it's pretty much brand new. The old countertop was horrible, they got rid of it. And overall, it's painted in neutral colors. Small dining area here. We also put the mini split, which is also could be used for the heating. Very simple house, and currently it's rented most months to different insurance companies, or people who travel in the midterm, like for months stays. Make somewhere around about 5 to 6K a month on average. So it's also a good investment. Again, it will be perfect if you want to build a second house in the backyard. Most of the neighborhood done this, so definitely think that should be considered.
Please make sure to put the like button and to write a comment. That will be just awesome, and you would help our channel. Have a good one. See you on the next one.